Here we go. Okay. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Today is August 31st, 2023. This is Rajiv S. Khanna from immigration.com, the law offices of Rajiv S. Khanna, PC. We do a community conference call every Thursday, sometimes more frequently, depending upon the demand. And we answer as much as possible your questions. This call does not create an attorney-client relationship. You haven't hired us. We haven't been hired. And the information provided is as is. We cannot guarantee that I'll get all the facts right because the time is rather limited, but I will do my very best. Okay. With that, let's get started. I pulled up a few people in the order that I see you. Himanshu Nirmal, go ahead, please.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Rajiv. So, I work for Salesforce, and my H1B got picked this year, second attempt. It got approved. So, I'm thinking of telling my manager to start the perm process after October 1st.
Right.
But so I'll get support. He said he's going to support. But I'm also thinking of going to a different team. So my question is, if I do go to a different team and the process has been started with the initial team, are there any hurdles that would come up?
Well, there are several ways to handle this. I won't be able to cover them completely, but I'll give you the bottom lines. So, ideally, what you want is you want the benefit of the priority date from your green card filing. Okay. And the only way that can happen is if your perm is approved and your I-140 is approved. Are you with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. There is no law that stops you if you are working for Unit X and then you move to Unit Y. Unit X can still complete your process all the way to I-140. Nothing wrong with that. And Unit Y can start another green card for you if necessary. So one way to save it is that your previous unit keeps processing your green card while the second unit starts another one. You'll be able to transfer the priority date. The second one is if you already know where you are going, they can start for you ahead of time before you join them. That's another option. Okay. So those two are the most obvious options. Does that help?
It helps tremendously. And quick question, if I wanted to properly get your consultation, just hire you.
Oh bhai, I will just add 4 more words to what I said. Why do you want to waste your money? If you have any question, I can try to answer it. Otherwise, of course, if you want to have a consultation, you are more than welcome. But the bottom lines are still the same. I'll tell you the same thing in a private consultation also.
Got it. Okay. Thank you. That's all.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Suhasji, go ahead.
Hi Rajiv, good afternoon. I am currently on my OPT, which is initial OPT, which is scheduled to expire on January 23rd of 2024. I intend to travel to my home country between late September and early November for around 40 days. My employer is okay with me working remotely for the duration, but would it be safe for me to come back and then apply for my STEM OPT? And also,
hang on. Let me back you up a little bit. Yesterday, one of the students shared with me his conversation with Sevip. I had asked him to call Sevip directly for some questions. And Sevip sent him an email that said, look, if you are within the US, working remotely is not a problem as long as you are obeying all the rules. Okay. But if you are trying to work from outside the US, those rules are different from this school year onwards. So August onwards, those rules are different. So what I want you to do, Suhasji, is talk to your DSO. Make sure you are familiar with the current rules. If not, what you can do is you can take a break. If it's an annual break, which is a part of the company's usual policy, like for example, 2 weeks, that is not considered to be a break at all.
Okay.
So look at this.
This is not that's not the case. My employer is okay with me working remotely for.
Yeah, no, that's why I said talk with your DSO, figure out what the current rules are. You can even contact Sevip itself.
Okay, I'll do that. And while coming back, would it be a problem at immigration since I'd be left with only 2 months of OPT.
No, I think you'll be okay, especially if you're maintaining status. If you had a week left or 10 days left, I would be a little careful. A couple
Okay.
of months is a healthy amount of time.
Okay, perfect.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, Rajiv ji.
You're welcome जी, good luck. मेहुल जी, आपने नाम के साथ जी लगा लिया, अच्छा किया. मेहुल जी.
Mehul ji, nice one, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, sir.
So my question is about travel and during the transfer of H1B. So I am right now currently in transition of jobs. My new company have filed my H1B in premium processing. They got the receipt notice. So can I-
Mehul, 1 second, back up. You're currently on OPT?
No, sorry. I'm currently on H1B.
अच्छा, H1B transfer करे आप. Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
So H1B transfer के during, can I take a vacation while
Yes.
my
Yes.
new
Yes.
I-77 is not
Yes.
there? Okay.
Yes. Law ये कहता है, when you still have time left on your old H1B
Mhm.
and you have a transfer in process, you can travel and return all the old H1B visa with the new H1B approval. You can even come back with the old H1B approval, but it is better to come up with the new H1B approval.
Right. So for the new H1B approval, I need approval notice, right? So I'm
Yeah, they
thinking-
can email it to you. You don't need the original. You just need a copy.
Oh, okay. All right. Perfect. Then that would work out.
Yeah, in
All right,
fact, if Customs and Border Protection creates a problem about a copy, you can tell them read the notice. Notice itself says employee is only entitled to a copy of the notice.
Okay.
Okay.
Understood. Yeah. Thank you.
Good luck.
Bye.
Panchakshari ji.
Oh, yeah, you pronounced it right. Thanks, Rajiv ji. Sorry for the weird name. And
No. अरे पंचाक्षरी तो बहुत बड़ा मंत्र होता है.
Yeah.
ऐसा तो it's Sri Vidya में it's one of the most powerful mantras.
yeah, but it's very hard to pronounce for many people.
Yeah, it requires a little bit of effort.
Right.
For non-Hindi speakers, but not for us. Tell me, how can I help you today?
Like Rajiv ji, I am in X company now. I got an offer from Y company, did initiate my H1 transfer, but my company wants me to withdraw that and come back. So if transfer is already done, so
Okay, let me stop you.
is
Let me
something-
stop you right there. H1Bs are actually quite interesting. So let's say you are working for employer number 1 on H1B. Employer number 2, 3, and 4 file your H1B transfers. Okay. All 3 are approved. Does that mean you are required to join one of them? Absolutely not. An approval of a subsequent H1B creates no negative impact on the previous H1B. So if you want to stay back with employer 1, you can, even though 2, 3, 4 are approved. What if you want to go join 3? Can you join 3? Sure. What if you work there 2 months and employer 1 says, come back, we haven't revoked your H1B, can you go back? Yes, you can. You just can't do it concurrently. It's a very odd set of rules. For you, the important thing to remember is subsequent approval creates no negative impact on existing H1B.
it just depends on whether they run the payroll or not, right?
Oh, they shouldn't run the payroll. If they want to pay you without you working, take the check.
Okay.
See, remember one thing. Unauthorized employment has 2 components. That you work and that you get paid. If you get paid and you don't work, that's okay. And if you work and you don't get paid, probably okay, but double check with your lawyers because there are some complications there. So unless 2 things exist together, there is no unauthorized employment. If somebody loves you so dearly and so much and they say, Panchakshri, we are going to give you 3 months salary even if you don't join us, take it. It's not a violation of status.
Okay.
Okay.
One more question, Rajiv.
And by the way, if you have an employer like that, send me their phone number. I like to call them to apply for a job.
We don't have anyone like that. Yeah. I wish I could have.
Okay.
The follow-up one is like, this is for my friend. So he is getting divorced. So is it he has to renew his H4 for his wife? So is it mandatory
No,
to renew or
there is no such requirement. I don't want to moralize, but I always tell my clients who are in this situation, please act from your highest impulses. Don't act from the lowest impulses. Do the best you can for everyone. Is there a legal obligation? No, there isn't.
Okay.
All right.
You don't want to file H4, but just
You
want
don't have to,
ask
but
this
if you
question
want to
first.
help her out, as long as you're not legally separated, you can file for her H4.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Rajiv.
Good luck. Jyoti ji, your name is familiar too. Jyoti, have you talked to me before?
Hello, Rajiv. No, I haven't. But I joined the meetings before.
Acha. Haan ji. How can I help you?
Yeah. So my question is similar to Suhas's. I'm in the first year of my OPT, and my employer is okay with me working outside the US for 2 weeks, and rest of it would be vacation. I'm planning to go in November and come back by the end of December, but my OPT expires on the 17th of Jan next year. So, can you please suggest me if it's safe to travel while my STEM OPT extension is in process? Because
I think
as
so.
it's
Hang on. I actually have, Jyoti, I have if you go to immigration.com and go to the blogs, are you connected with me?
yes, sir.
Just send me a message. I'll send a link to the little mind map I had created that explains all the various times during which you can travel while you're on OPT, post completion, or a STEM OPT extension or H1B going on. So take a look at that, and if you still have questions, come back and talk to me. I think it should be okay. Can you travel while the STEM extension is pending? I don't remember exactly what the details are.
Right, that was the
So
question.
yeah, it's on my blog. It's been posted.
Okay.
This one bad thing about this particular medium is I can't share my screen and show you where the information is. Just send me a message. I'll respond by tomorrow. Okay.
Sure. Thank you so much. I'll have a look at it.
You're welcome.
I'll ping you.
Good luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Saurabh ji, go ahead. Saurabh Keshav.
Yeah, hi. Hello, sir. So thanks for the opportunity. So my kid's H4 extension is in progress, and their I-94 validity ended on July 25th. In November, we have to travel to India for my father's like annual ceremony we do for him. And what I have been told is that when there is an extension in progress and when we exit the country, the case is abandoned.
But that's hang on, Saurabh, back up. That's not a problem at all. Okay, that's a zero issue. All right. So if you travel and the H4 is abandoned, you have to go get an H4 visa stamp anyway. So when you come back, you produce the H4 visa stamp. They gave them a new I-94 at the airport. So the pending application, who cares? In fact, I would suggest just before you leave, withdraw the H4. Okay?
Yes, sir. So from the stay from July 26th, let's say we are exiting on November 1st. So this period, ये 2-2.5 महीने का, will that not be unlawful stay here in US? If it is.
Saurabh साहब ज़्यादा मत सोचा करो. First of all, any children under the age of 18 have no permanent damage from these situations. Okay, there's no unlawful presence under the age of 18. Number one. Number two, I always give example, technology people, since you're an Azure guy, there is always, even in real-time applications, there is a latency. Okay, so there are certain latencies built into immigration system also. There's nothing real-time. These kind of delays, these kind of gaps are normal. Another thing is anything less than 180 days has zero impact anyway. So if it were my child, my nephew, my friend's son, my brother's son, I wouldn't worry about it. It's zero problem.
That's awesome. Okay. Thank you, sir. That's all I had for today.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hindola Kancherla, go for it.
Hello, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
I'm on my OPT and graduated with a master's in health informatics, which majorly focuses on like data analysis. And now I want to shift my field to developer roles, which has nothing to do with my master's.
Let me stop you for a second. Everybody here who is here, data scientists, data engineers, data analysts, these are very tricky occupations. Be very careful how your H1B is filed. There is as much as 80-90% denial rate in these H1B applications. Why? Because government says, well, in data analytics, data engineering, all these jobs, data scientists, they don't require a specific degree. You can have a degree in business, in mathematics, in statistics, in computer science, information technology. All these work. Okay. So this is always problematic. So I tend to sit down and figure out what is the core of the job. Today I did two finalizations of jobs for data scientists. One is being filed as a software developer, what you are thinking, Hindola, and the other one is being filed as a systems analyst. Why? Because their job is a lot more about systems analysis than just following the data and doing, data extractions, loads, etc. There's a lot more to it. So I would always recommend anybody who has done data science background, please make sure your H-1B gets filed correctly. If it does not, you could end up losing the case for a silly reason. What is your bachelor's degree in, Hindola?
I have completed my undergrad in Doctor of Pharmacy, which is completely different with data.
Yeah, I know what D-Pharma is. Okay, so you have a very weird background in terms of getting your H-1B through. You're gonna have a problem. Now, you said your master's is in what? Tell me again. Bioinformatics?
No, it's in health informatics. It majorly taught us about data analysis. The core was data analysis.
I have to look at your transcript. But let's say you had a degree in information technology, a master's degree. Okay.
Yeah.
I would have no problem filing you as a software developer. Okay. So
sorry, I did not get you. Could you please repeat that?
Okay, so let's say you had a master's degree in information technology. Okay. I would have no problem filing you as a software developer.
Okay.
But the degree, even with a degree in bioinformatics, I would file it, not a problem. But when you say that my focus was data science, that makes me very careful. I want to be very careful with such a degree. Because government could come back and say this major has nothing to do with software development. Okay.
Okay.
So this is tricky. Can it be done? If you are lucky, yeah, it might just go through. Do you have any experience working as a software developer?
No.
Yeah, Hindola, be
I'm
careful.
completely new to that field.
You be careful. One of the things you could look into is just going back and with a few additional credits, maybe you can get a major or a minor in information technology.
Actually, this health informatics is related information technology.
Then, it might work because I'm not familiar with the degree. Your lawyers should do all that homework before they file your H-1B. Make sure they do it. Is it theoretically at least possible? I think it is possible. But it depends upon the exact degree. Even if you had a minor in information technology, I could make it work.
Okay. Right. Yeah, we do learn programming languages in this.
Yeah, typical is you will have one or two advanced courses in database systems, maybe one course in NoSQL type databases. Maybe you will have some operating systems courses, one or two, some programming, object-oriented programming, object-oriented design. So that's very typical. The only problem is you can't go to a US credentials evaluation service and say, can you please evaluate these credentials, because they don't evaluate US degrees. So we are left with a very precarious situation. Now, if the school can give a letter that says, we consider this to be a course in information technology or a minor in information technology, then you are good.
Okay.
Okay. So it is possible. Don't give up, but be careful. Treat it carefully. Don't just, make sure your lawyers understand the issue. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Anything else?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's it.
All right. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Pooja ji, go ahead.
Hello, Rajiv ji. So I have a question today regarding 1099 NEC document.
Hang on, 1099. Oh, you mean 1099, the IRS form.
Correct. 1099 NEC. I think there are 20 different.
I have no idea. Don't text test me on my tax knowledge. I will fail 9 times out of 10. I don't know anything about tax.
I just wanted to check with you if that can affect in any way on the H-1B work visa. I'm currently on H-1B. I work with a company 9 to 5, and I want to explore some opportunities as a side hustle in financial services.
You cannot,
So
Pooja, when you're on H1B, you can't do a side job on 1099. 1099s are never legal for H1B.
Okay.
Okay. The only way you could do it is if the side hustle that you're thinking can be combined into your major job so that your employer gets paid and then pays you.
Okay.
Okay. That could work.
And second part of that question is there is no way I can have my own LLC as well, right?
That's very complicated. My advice would be don't do it. Why? Because USCIS, we can get you an approval from USCIS. Okay. There are ways to organize it so that there's an employer-employee relationship. But if you ever travel outside USA, the consulate is not going to let you come back. They are creating a lot of problems for these cases.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you, Rajiv.
You're welcome. Himanshuji, go ahead.
Hello, Rajiv ji. So I'm currently on H4 EAD with my I-140 approved and priority date of 2018 with the previous employer.
Okay.
My current employer is not comfortable to put my green card case while I'm on H4. So they will file H1 next year. I have two questions related to it. I read somewhere that there is a possibility to make all the dates current in October. That is first part of my question. And then second part of my question is, assuming my H1 get picked next year with the current employer, is there any prep work we can do to minimize the window to port the January 2018 date from the previous employer?
Okay, so let me make sure I've understood your situation. So you have currently a green card already in process, correct?
Correct.
And that green card is right now not at the I-140 approved stage.
No, it is approved in approved I-140 with the priority date of January 2018.
When was it approved?
Approved, yeah.
Approximately more than
maybe
a year.
I'll say
more than a year ago.
More than 3 years.
Okay, so that means that priority date is now your property. Nobody can take it away, even if the old employer revokes the I-140. Three things will survive: your priority date, your right to extend your H1B, and your wife's right to continue working on H4EAD. Okay, so all three of them are undisturbable now.
Sorry, Rajiv ji, I'm on H4 EAD. My wife is on H1 now. When we filed this I-140, I was on L1B visa.
Oh, L1. You were never on H1B.
Correct. I never got H1B.
Okay. So, well, your priority date is still yours. Nobody can take that away.
Correct.
Okay. So now, go back to your question. With the new employer, is there any way to shortcut what?
So here is the thing, right? They will file H1 only next year. And they're not comfortable to use my current H4 status to start the paperwork for my priority date of 2018. So they are saying if H1 gets picked up, then
you can tell them you don't have to file the PERM application. At least get the prevailing wage started. That takes 7 months.
Okay, that's a good input.
And that doesn't cost you any money. It doesn't cost you a single penny.
Got it. And the second question was around, so we were hearing that in October they could potentially make all the dates correct. I don't know how.
Well, what happens is there is a complex set of rules that govern the movement of priority dates. Priority dates are based upon expectations and statistical projections and lots of rules rather than actual movement of the dates. So could it become current for 1 month? Yeah, but I don't think it will.
Okay. Thank you, Rajiv.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Before I go forward, Kashyap ji, I tried to move you up, but I'm not able to. And one of the reasons can be that your a microphone does not have permission to access LinkedIn. So try giving it permissions, and then I'll try to pull you up again. And if not, then just log out and log back in. I'll find you. And let's get Jaya allowed to speak. Give me one moment, guys. I'm just trying to pull up a few people. Let me try Kashyap again. Okay, where did Kashyap go? I don't see you. I'll find you in a minute. Not to worry. Guys, I won't be able to take all 34 people, but I'll do the best I can up until 1:30. If there are too many people waiting, I'll just do a quick call over the weekend or something. So let's go to, I think we had Srinivasan was the next. Srinivasan, go ahead, please.
Hi, Rajiv. So I'm in H1B and my wife's wife is in H4. We have her H1B is picked and we have applied for the H1B. It is yet to be approved. So for the first stamping, can we go to Canada or Mexico to get stamping, or we have to go to the home country only?
No, you can go anywhere.
Okay, so which is?
I don't have any particular preference. You can go to Canada, you can go to Mexico. Mexico might be a little less hassle than Canada because from what I understand, if you go from USA to Mexico, you don't need a Mexican visa. And I also was looking at their wait times. Their wait times are only like 3 days. Canada is still a lot of wait time.
Okay. So her H1 is not yet approved and it's September already. So if in case we have done normal processing, so should we do premium processing, or if in case October 1 it didn't get approved, then can we start working, or?
No, you can't start working. You have to, she's on OPT, right?
No, she's in H4.
She was on H4, so you're going H4 to H1. Yeah, she can't start working until the H1B is approved. So I think premium may be a good idea.
Premium may be a good idea. Okay. And looks like I have to, for my I-94, I have to go out of the country and come in. So which border is better, or can we do that inside USA?
Well, I used to send people to Eagle Pass Bridge in Texas, where they used to take $10 and just, without having to go across the border, just give you your I-94. But a few months ago, somebody told me they are making us walk across and walk back, and even then they are creating problems. So this is what I have heard last, but something you can call CBP at the Eagle Pass Bridge, Texas. Eagle Pass Bridge, and they do respond. So if you call CBP, they'll talk to you.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. Thanks.
You're welcome. Good luck. Atulji, go ahead. Atul?
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, sir.
Hey, so I'm trying to bring my wife on F2 with me. I'm currently working on STEM OPT F1, and my STEM OPT is about to expire next year in May.
Okay.
So I just had a question regarding like coming back in Feb would be a problem bringing her.
When does your OPT expire, you said?
In May 10th, 2024, next
as
year.
long as you've been maintaining your status, Atulji, and as long as you have proof that you were getting paid all the way through and you still have a job, I think you should be okay. Make sure you get your I-20 endorsed for travel.
Yep. Okay. And another question is that, like, if I'm getting any late, like, if I'm applying for her F2 in November or December, would it be any problem? Because my F1 is ending, STEM OPT is ending next year. Could there be any problem during the interview for F2?
When does the STEM OPT end?
May again.
May of 24.
24.
It's difficult for me to give you an answer, Atulji, because it is close, but it is not a ground for denial. Personally, I don't see why it should be a ground for denial. So I don't have any personal experience with cutting it close. Theoretically, at least, there shouldn't be a problem. And practically, like I said, if you've been maintaining status, and you've been getting paid regularly, I think you should be okay. It's worth a shot.
And should I try to get it done as soon as possible if there could be an issue?
Actually, I like that idea. I think the earlier you apply, the better off you are.
Okay. That's all from me. Thank you so much, sir.
Good luck, sir. Likith ji, go ahead. Likith.
Hi, Rajiv ji. Hope you're doing well.
All well, thank you.
So I had a question regarding my STEM OPT extension. So my original, initial first STEM OPT expired on the 5th of June, 2023. And I had filed my OPT extension prior to that with USCIS. But unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, earlier this month, I was laid off from my present company. And my application for STEM extension with USCIS is still, in process, meaning it's not approved as of yet.
Yeah, this can be a problem, Likith. You have to work with your DSO, get another employer in there as quickly as possible. Otherwise, what will happen is by the time they decide the application at the USCIS, they will try to e-verify the employer, and if the employer is showing that you are no longer on the payroll, then they're going to deny the STEM OPT extension. So if you work very, very quickly, try to find another job, get the new 983 filed, whatever that is, 893, whatever that is called, 983. Get that form filed and upload the form to the USCIS website. You should be okay, but you have to work fast. Okay.
Got it.
All right.
Yep, that's the question I had, Rajiv ji. Thank you.
Good luck, sir. Netaji, go ahead, please. Honestly, that's your name, Netaji?
Yeah, that's my name, Rajiv. Thanks for doing this. Yeah. Hi. Yeah, so I have two questions. I'll start with the first one. Unfortunately, I have put my passport on the washer, so it's all damaged, including the visa page.
Netaji,
and this happened like a couple of months ago.
नेतागिरी कर रहे हैं आप?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is I'm usually very organized, but that's very unfortunate of me.
It can happen.
But then, I also have applied here in Houston for a new passport, so that at least I can initiate travel. I'm on H1B, by the way. So I have got the new passport and a damaged passport at my hand. Two questions here. One is let's say if I have to travel and come back again, since I don't have a valid stamping now, it's a damaged stamping. I understand that I have to get a stamping first of all, and I believe it's a drop box. At the time of updating the DS-160, I only see an option where it's stolen or lost, but not damaged. What should I give there?
I would just put down lost, and if wherever there is a field where you can add some text, just say note regarding passport. Please note that the passport was damaged, but there is no option for me to mark that.
Actually, when we choose lost, if I remember correctly, they're asking for FIR, like a police certificate for that. But
so the two choices are lost or stolen?
Yeah, that's all. In DS-160. It's no damaged option.
If you say lost, then what opens up?
That is shortly don't remember, but yeah, it definitely was asking for the police thing. If we say, I mean, it's only one option basically. It says either lost or damaged.
Okay, so I would put down lost, and I would see what the option opens up is. Where it says FIR, I would just say the passport was not lost, but irretrievably damaged. It was washed, and new passport had to be obtained.
Okay, and should I update the embassy back? Sorry, right now I'm in States, but should I update the embassy in my home country, in India, that I lost my, all this scenario, whatever it is?
No, which embassy are you talking about? Are you talking about the U.S. consulate?
Yeah, U.S. consulate in India, where I've gotten the stamping done.
Go take a look at the consulate website for lost or stolen passports. They have some instructions, and it's the document processing service also has some instructions. Read those. But this is not an insurmountable problem. This happens. You will have to get a new visa stamp. I'm assuming that when you washed on the white cycle, so there's nothing left to read on the visa, is there?
My photo is there, but the numbers are all distorted. So
Yeah,
you
so
can't
if it's
really-
not readable anymore, then it's not worth anything.
It's not
So,
worth, sure.
yeah, you have to get a new visa stamp. Just follow their procedures. I don't think it should be the end of the world. Relatively minor thing.
Okay, I've actually read through them, but anyways, I didn't. It was not very helpful. They're just
Yeah, so
saying,
just
get-
when it says, I think out of the two, lost is probably more accurate. They are both inaccurate, but loss is less accurate. And then if it opens up a text field, you can enter text there that my passport was actually damaged in wash. It is unreadable now.
But at least I should not choose that, right? I should choose that option for sure. At least I to
Yeah, I
inform
think you
them.
have to choose one or the other because you won't have the original passport, no?
Absolutely. Okay. And it's going to be only Dropbox, right? That's my understanding.
Yeah, because you should be interview waived.
Yeah, and I also read something around restamping.
Abhi nahi start hua, it's not started yet, Netaji.
Okay, so only the same process again to get restamped again. Okay, second question. This is for my friend who has come very recently on F1.
Okay.
And they realized that his wife is basically conceived. And they just got a F2 approved yesterday, and he was talking to me what to do. And they were consulting their doctor, and then they said you'd rather go in the second trimester of the pregnancy period, basically in the fourth month or something like that. So, what is your recommendation in your knowledge?
Yeah, see, medically I do not know, but legally she can enter even if she is showing. I don't see any reason why she cannot.
So as per you, legally she can come in even after like 6 months pregnancy or 7 months pregnancy.
I don't think the airlines will let you travel that late. But
yeah, exactly.
But
I thought 6 months. We've checked online. It was 6 months limit.
I personally have no experience with pregnancy, so I don't really know the answer. But legally speaking, there is nothing that says you can't travel because you're advanced pregnancy.
Perfect. That's all. Thank you so much for your time, Rajiv.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Good luck. Himanshu ji, go ahead. Himanshu Bajaj.
Sir, I have asked my question. Thank you.
Oh, you are? अच्छा यार, ये कैसे हो गया? Okay.
वो दो हिमांशु थे, maybe that could be.
Oh, अच्छा. No worries. Thank you. Sumit Singh, go ahead, please. Nice shades.
Thank you, Rajiv ji. कैसे हैं?
बहुत बढ़िया. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks. Sorry, you might hear some background noise because I'm traveling.
No, it's not
sorry
bad.
about that.
It's not bad. I can hear you fine. Go ahead.
Okay. So I had two questions. So those two are bothering me a lot. Okay. So currently I'm doing my masters, and I'm about to graduate in December 23, 15th of December, and I'm hoping to get a job. Okay. And I'm almost done with that process. But my concern is when should I take my OPT start date so that I will have at least 3 chances of applying H1B because I am doing my master's in computer science.
I don't know the answer. I won't be able to do the math for you. But let me explain to you what works best. So you can see the rules and see how they apply to your case. I can tell you the rules. So one rule is that if you apply for your H1B while you are still in OPT, okay, then you get automatic extension to continue working even if the OPT expires. Okay. So let's say that your OPT expires on May 1st and on April 29th, you applied for your H1B with a change of status requested. Now you can continue working till October 1st or until the H1B is denied, if it is ever denied. Okay. So number one rule, if you are still in OPT, you apply for H1B, you can continue working. Second position is your H1B expired, let's say March 1st, but again you applied on April 29th, which is within 60 days of your OPT expiration. You won't get work authorization, but you can continue to stay in the US till October 1st. Okay. So,
thank you.
So the third situation is when even the 60 days are gone, then you have to be outside USA when you apply for you can't stay in the US. So now you do the math and calculate what works for you.
Okay, thank you. I had one more question. Like I'm doing masters with major in data science. Okay, and I got an offer as a software developer.
But hold on one second.
And
Hold on one second. What is your bachelor's degree in?
Bachelor in Information Technology, and I have also 3 years of experience.
Which university?
Guru Nanak Institute of Technology, Kolkata.
So is this a 4-year degree after 12 years of school?
Yeah, correct. It is like
So
4 years.
I think, Sumitji, you should have no problem getting your software developer. Okay.
Okay, so that I was thinking like, okay, whether I will, what will be like chances or kind of is it okay to
Yeah,
through
absolutely.
that?
Because not only do you seem to have a recognized degree, on top of that, you also have 3 years of experience. So you should be fine.
Okay. Thank you so much for your help.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Have a good day.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Hi, Jaya. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Rajivji.
Hello, sir.
I recently got a new job last month during my H1B 60-day grace period. And I've joined this project and started working for this new employer immediately with the receipt notice.
That's fine.
Yeah, and after joining the work here, I'm not exactly comfortable with the responsibilities here and wanted to apply for another new job. My question here is, when this H1B regular processing transportation is still in pending, can I apply for a new job now and send this new H1B transfer documentation to USCIS?
If they apply for your H1B within 60-day grace period, there is absolutely no problem.
Okay.
Okay, but if they do it past 60 days, then you could have to, there is a possibility you might have to go for visa stamping before you can continue to work.
No need to worry about that. It's within 60-day period.
So here there is no issue. You can have 10 different employers apply for you. No issue.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, Raj.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Bhautik, go ahead, please.
Hi, Rajiv. How are you doing?
I am good, Bhautik ji. How are you?
Doing good, thank you. So, 2 questions. I'll start with the first one. Quick background on myself. I graduated in 2021 and started OPT in 21 and got picked for H1. So they filed for my PUM and I got my priority date on 27th January 2023. If I'm thinking to switch jobs, what would happen on the PUM process? Do I need to restart or do I need to,
You'll have to restart. See, anybody who leaves and their I-140 is not processed to completion, they carry forward no benefit at all.
Okay.
But if the employer is benevolent and they want to continue your I-140, they can do so even in your absence. Most employers won't.
Okay. Understood. Second question. In your preference, which visa is better, H1B or L1? Like if my company here in US is okay with me working from India for the sister company in Bangalore, and if I'm occurring some experience, I think 1.5 year foreign experience, and if I come back on L1, would it be easier to get green card? Because as of now, H1B, my priority is like 27. Yes.
L1 comes in 2 flavors, L1A and L1B. L1B is zero advantage. L1A, that is good. That is good to have.
Okay.
Okay.
And okay, yeah. That's all.
Yeah, L1A is for executive and managerial level employees.
Exactly. So I need to have that significant amount of experience as that position before filing.
You need to get gray hair really quickly.
All right. Thank you, Rajiv.
You're welcome. Good luck. All right, Vijayani ji, go ahead, please. Vijayani Boma. Python art programming. Hello.
Hello, Rajiv.
How are you, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm good, sir. How are you?
Very well. Thank you.
So I just want to ask about the same situation as Hindola did in the earlier part of the call. So I am coming from the similar background of Masters in Health Informatics. And my undergrad is...
Are you ladies class fellows or That's just coincidence.
Yeah, we both are actually friends. So
Acha, okay. All right.
yeah. So my undergrad is bachelor's in dental surgery, and I have two questions here. The first question is if I am if I am getting a job as a developer role in any company, and if they want to file a H1 for me, how far are the chances for me to get the H1, or would that be a fair process to get through or not?
I think it's a long shot.
Okay.
I think again,
And
if I go in the language of dentist, I think root canal is likely. I can't save this tooth.
okay, all right. So if I do a minor course relating to information technology, would that help?
No, not a minor course, but a degree that says either your minor is information technology.
Okay.
So if your school says, okay, you can come back and do 8 more credits and we'll give you a minor in information systems, do that.
Okay. My second question is currently I am a business data analyst for a healthcare company. Filing an H1 with this role would that help me get the H1 easy or
See, remember I was talking to Hindola and before that with somebody else, and I was saying that the title data analyst can have so many different types of titles. You can have somebody who's doing a lot of statistics work. You can have somebody doing a lot of math work. You can have somebody who's doing automated data pipelines, doing a lot of programming. You can have machine learning people in there as well. So it all depends upon what you do. If it is just data analysis, which is basically maybe you sanitize the data, look at the data, and create a some kind of a reporting mechanism on top of it, that does not sound like a easy position to get through to H1B. Think about it this way. Your job should clearly require a degree in a specific discipline. Okay. So that is the key. And so I think your chances are not very good, but I hope I'm wrong. Please prove me wrong. I'll be happy to be wrong.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. So Jit ji, go ahead.
Yeah, hi Rajiv. Good morning.
Good morning.
I had my F1 approved in the last December, and then I have applied for the H1B this year March, and then it's going through an RFE. I think I'll be getting some response in this week. As we did it in premium. So the thing is F1 I did not, even though as my H1B is approved, I did not travel to US. I did not attend college. So first question is, do I need to do something about it? Do I need to inform somebody, or what should I do with that F1? Is it okay to not
to do
anything?
Are you planning to come on H1B? Is that your plan?
Yes.
What is your plan? So has the H1B already been filed?
Yes. The RFE, I got an RFE, and RFE is also submitted in this week. So mostly, it should be done.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to have any problem. If you are getting an H1B, that's a lot stronger visa.
Okay, I don't have to inform or don't have to do anything about it, right?
Not at all.
About F1.
I do not know of any duty you have like that. So.
Okay. And while I'm thinking of taking a Dropbox option if my response is positive. So for H1B, and do I need to submit or do anything? Tell any details in DS160 or somewhere about my F1, why I did not take it, or whatever.
Just answer the questions truthfully as they're asked. Other than that, do you have to write an essay on your life? No, you do not.
Okay, sir. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, guys, I have pulled up another batch of people. Today, that's all we'll be able to do because I wanted to hard stop at 1:30. It might go a few minutes over. But since there is still a lot of people left, what I'll try to do is this weekend is the long weekend. So I'll do another call, 1 or 2 calls, and I'll try to get you all. Just watch my data whatever they are called, data streams. So 1 second. Okay. Let's see. So we had one person left. Kashyapji. Kashyapji, go ahead, please. One second more, guys. Please don't wait. I won't be able to finish everybody. Only the people I've pulled up. Sorry. So Kashyapji, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Rajivji. I have a couple of questions for you. So my first question is that I was recently laid off, and I'm on an H-1B visa. So my 60-day unemployment period started, and so I was thinking of switching to a B1 B2 visa. So I was wondering if that is a good option to go about it.
Absolutely. What you do is go to immigration.com. On the very top ribbon, you'll see Rajiv's blog. Go to my blog. Third or fourth entry is how to apply for a B1, B2 during the 60-day grace period. It tells you exactly what to do, what to write in the letter, etc. Only one thing you need to remember, there is a problem with the online form. It does not give you an option for H1B, current status. It gives you an option for H1B1. Just select that, and in the cover letter write, I had no choice, I had to select this stupid option because you don't know how to design forms. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You can paraphrase it in better words, but that's essentially what we are saying.
Okay. And like while let's say if I do that and while I'm on that visa, or like while I'm in the processing queue for that visa, if I find an employer, like at any point in time, will I be able to go back to H1B or
Yeah.
no?
So let's say your B1, B2 is pending, although I'm getting reports that people are getting approvals within 30, 40 days of B1, B2. But even if it's still pending, worst case scenario, you just go get your H1B approval, get a visa stamp and come back. If you already have a visa stamp, you can use the old visa and the new approval to travel and come back.
Oh, okay. So I have to go back, get a new stamp,
No,
and
not
then
go back. You can go to Mexico, Canada, Jamaica, Bahamas. You can go to Costa Rica, any of these countries.
Oh, okay. And like, so my previous employer, so like the employer revoke an H1B, and what does that
That has
mean?
zero impact. They are required to revoke the H1B, but that has zero impact on you. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Sure. Thank you, Rajivji.
You're
Yeah, those are
welcome.
good.
Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah.
Good luck. Vijay Kumarji, go ahead.
Thank you, Rajivji. I have two questions. My wife H1 is picked. Her background is cyber threat intelligence. She has 5 years of experience. But one of my friend was telling, I don't know, I searched in internet, did not get info. Most of the cyber security jobs in US are for the US citizens and green cards.
No,
Is
that's absolute nonsense. No, that's not true. There are some jobs. If they are the government, if they are government jobs, that would be you would require U.S. Permanent residence or naturalization, depending upon the kind of job in the country you are from. But there are plenty of jobs in the open market. We have many clients. There are clients who are developing end-to-end protection cybersecurity software. There are development jobs. I have a lot of clients who are security auditors. They go from private company to private company, do some white hat hacking, do some intrusion themselves just to make sure everything is working right. So no, that information is incorrect. I would find better friends if I were you.
Okay, I checked with 2-3 consultants. Still, they told me that cyber security only software developers is the one occupation. We can file H4, H1.
No, that's
wrong information.
That's not true. That's incorrect information. Okay.
Okay, and another question is when she got H1 everything approved, like while moving. If I get
actually,
H4, will be able to move together.
Hold on 1 sec. I just noticed something interesting. Abhishek Sharma, who's on this call with you on the panel, Abhishek Sharma is a cybersecurity professional, IT auditor. So right now we have a proof. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I will send a connection request.
Yeah, Abhishek.
Right. Sure.
So, yeah, keep going. Vijay Kumarji, go ahead.
Okay, last question. Because once she is H1 approved, if I get H1B, we will be able to move together, or she has to move first and then I have to go as an H4.
No, you can come together. I mean, H1, H4 can travel together. You are married.
Oh, yes, married. So my parents are asking if you are going alone, means stop the plans.
You can travel together.
That's the reason.
No issue.
Oh,
all right.
Okay, and H1, and cyber security is in the H1B occupation list. Right?
Oh, we do it all the time. We have so many cybersecurity clients. So many of them.
Okay, thank you so much.
Absolutely no problem.
It was clear.
Good luck. Yeah.
Thank you so
Cybersecurity can also come in many flavors. You could be a developer, you could be a security analyst, you could be a network guy, for example, network design guy, because they also are concerned with cybersecurity. You could be a network engineer because you are then concerned with setting up the firewalls, making sure that the endpoint protections are in place, and managing everything centrally. So there are all kinds of flavors within cybersecurity. Okay.
Correct.
Yep. Good luck, sir. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. Dipesh ji, go ahead. Nice pink shirt, Dipesh.
Hi, Rajiv ji. Thank you for pulling me up. So my case is, or quick background, I have a bachelor's in mechanical engineering, master's in innovation management. I work in the biotech industry as a validation professional and a project management consultant. So my employer, which is a consulting company right now, they applied for my HR. This was my last year on F1 OPT STEM. I got picked. This year, the H1B petition was filed. With my receipt number, it says that as of 21 June, it is currently being reviewed. Now, my employer says that they also converted my case from standard to premium as of August 4, 2023. But they have not really received any, or they're not telling me if they've received any kind of feedback from the USCIS. They're even saying that the cash hasn't been checked yet. The check hasn't been cashed yet as of 24th August 2023. So my first question is this normal? Because I thought generally with...
Hold on. Let's back up a minute. From what I remember of the regulations, I think it's a part of the regulations that government has to present all checks that are received within 3 business days. So it should not take this long, and they are not that backed up right now. When you say that there is no receipt number, etc., you've received the original receipt number for the H1B, right?
So they haven't sent me the notice of receipt. I got the receipt number from my DSO because they already issued me
because they suspended your service and gave you a gap.
Basically.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I mean, it looks like it's in the works, obviously, but as to why you don't have those numbers, I mean, I cannot guess, sir. I have no idea why not. Sorry.
Got it. So so what my employer keeps telling me is that after 30th of September, like if we don't have a final answer, you need to maintain your status in the country. You won't be able to work. So I understand that.
You don't need to maintain your status. You have an H1B pending. That is status enough. You can just wait for its decision. You can't work, but you can be in US.
And they keep suggesting that, I should look into day 1 CPT and things like that. I've done both my bachelor's and master's in the US, and I don't really want to do another day 1 CPT.
I'll tell you something, Dipesh. From what I've heard from you, this is a difficult H1B. Okay? Because it's very difficult to establish that your job requires a specific degree and you have such a degree. Because innovation is not really a major, okay? And then before that, your bachelor's was in what? Sorry, I forgot.
Mechanical engineering.
Do you have 3 years of experience also in validation?
I have 6 years. 6 years of experience in validation.
Yeah, so then I hope that they have done a proper evaluation of your credentials, combining your experience with your degrees, then it might work. Otherwise, this is a tricky H1B. So you may want to think of a backup plan just in case this goes south. If you need to re-enroll and get some kind of a curricular practical training program, go for it and make sure it enhances your career and you're not just doing it for the EAD.
Makes sense. And even though would it still be tricky with the current situation? So in my master's, a lot of my focus was on regulatory strategy and validation. In the biotech really focuses on that.
Dipesh. In economics, there's something called zero sum. That means in Hindi, ya babu rail mein, ya babu jail mein. There is nothing in between. Okay. So you either have it or you don't have it. So unless your particular degree has a specific focus, it doesn't matter what courses you took. It matters very, very little. Okay. So I think you have a problem. Be careful. I would create a backup plan if I were you. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, one more question. So let's say if I have to create that backup plan and I, enroll into a course later in the year, let's say November or something, which helps me enhance my career, and the employer is ready to at least have me go for that. Will my H1B be affected in any such way if we still don't have any response anytime soon?
No. In other words, if you enroll back into school, does that impact your current H1B? I don't think so.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Rajiv.
You're welcome. Rajdeep ji, go ahead. Rajdeep Mazumdar.
Hi Rajiv ji, how are you?
Good, how are you, sir?
Good. So I have two questions, Rajiv ji. First question, I'm in TN visa, working in NY, and got selected in H1B second lottery by another employer. Do you think this change from TN to H1B will give any edge for GC applications such as CV to NYW?
It does not give you an edge, but it removes a gray area of doubt. So if you're
I frequently travel back to Toronto
because if you apply for a TN, even though there are cases that say just because I-140 is applied doesn't mean you should decline to let people enter on TN. But if you're on H1B, that doubt is completely removed. And you can always go back to TN if you had to.
Okay. Second question. Once H1B is approved, for example, because they are still in the process of filing it, they can, since I'm selected in the second lottery, does that create any problem for traveling to Toronto by land during the transition period from TN to H1B, for example, before stamping?
Only problem is if you are traveling, you will have to go to the border and come back with your H1B approval when the H1B approval comes.
Okay, so you are saying that the new employer's lawyer get a paper that H1B is approved.
Yeah.
Then you say that I should go to the border to get it stamped, H1B stamped. That's what you were saying.
That's it. You'll get an I-94 showing H1B and come back. Because when
I don't have to do the stamping in some special places. I've never been into H1B.
No, there is no. Just this. It'll be exactly the same process as a TN.
Okay. I see. Yeah, I did the same thing. Yeah, you were right. Okay. Now I remember. Yeah. The first time my lawyer get a TN, I go to the border and then they gave me the I-94 with the TN.
The only difference is for TNs, they have specialized officers. They're called NAFTA or TN officers. But for H1B, any officer can examine your paperwork.
So I just can run to my any of the Niagara Falls border and then they will give it to me. Okay. It's a round trip basically, right?
Grab a Tim Horton and come back.
Of course. Okay. Thank you, Rajiv ji. It's a pleasure talking to you.
Good luck, sir. Abhiram ji, go ahead.
Hey Rajiv, thanks a lot for doing this. So quick question is, so both me and my wife were on independent H1Bs, and unfortunately my wife's employment got terminated on June 30th, and correctly exactly 2 months ago. So her 60-day grace period is done as of today, but my company has filed for H4 dependent transfer of visa on
Good.
August 1st. So we already received the I-539 receipt notice back from
Perfect.
USCIS.
Perfect.
So now she got a new job offer from a new company. What do we need to tell the new company all of this, that like she
Yeah.
got laid off and all that?
Yeah, you need to
Okay.
tell them she has an H4 pending. So
Okay.
they can file for the H1B. Worst case scenario, she goes out, gets a visa stamp and comes back. No big deal.
Got it, Rajiv. So rest of the process is still the same. It's like a
Yeah.
regular H1 transfer.
Yeah, absolutely. No difference at all. Okay.
Okay, so she'll have to do the LCA and all the regular process. Shouldn't be
Everything
any
is
problem, right?
no problem at all. Don't worry.
Okay, thanks a lot, Rajiv.
You're welcome. Aris, go ahead, please. Aris ji?
Yeah, thank you, Rajiv ji, for taking questions. So for first thing is like I am right now I'm on F1 OPT, and I got my H1B approved, so I'm out of the US for my H1B stamping, and that has already been done. So I can enter after 30th of September, right?
You can enter after 20th of September, 10 days before October 1st, if October 1st is your start date.
Okay, yes, correct. October 1st is my start date. The first question is that I'm right now, I'm also planning to get a B1, B2, just a visitor visa for a backup for the future. So should am I eligible or am I not eligible
No,
for that?
don't do that. If you look at the standard operating procedures, they should first cancel all visas before they consider a new visa. So they'll cancel the H1B visa. I mean, if they played by the book. So no, it's not worth it. Don't do that.
Okay. And the second question is, so I am working remote totally, and I like my company doesn't want me to be in the US every time. So I'm like outside the US from 25th of July, and as I do not have to return for my jobs, like I can work remote. So I'm planning to come back in January. So is this fine, or should I first enter?
As long as you are getting paid and you have pay stubs and you have a letter from the employer describing your job as totally remote and that they require your presence only occasionally, as long as that letter is there. I have had clients who came into USA after 1.5 year of H1B visa. Okay.
Okay, thank you. That's it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Neeraj Joshi, are you one of our very, very old repeat customers or are you a new repeat customer?
Probably an old one.
Kaise
So, anyway, thanks Rajiv ji again for your valuable advices. And I've been working on this intermittent H1, living and mostly working from Windsor, Canada, and crossing probably 1 or 2 times into Metro Detroit since over a year.
Okay.
And companies considering this EB1C route, which you had, as I said, through your valuable advice, we're working on towards that. Now, if we pick the adjustment of status route, hoping that my priority date is all right from previous employers. So if they got the I-140 approval for EB1C, do I have to start living within the US and not even cross into Canada?
You can just
after
do
work?
You can do EB1C consular processing and process yourself in Montreal.
Oh, okay. I see. But the adjustment of status, could that be one option to consider?
Yeah, but then you have to be in USA legally on the day you file the H1B. I'm sorry, you file the AOS.
Okay.
Once they receive the 485, you can then come and go as you please if you have a visa stamp on your passport.
Oh, you mean from the time that I file until they issue me the EAD-AP?
Yeah, so let me explain to you one more time. So let's say that September 1st you came to USA and you applied for your 485. It got there on September 2nd. September 3rd or 4th, after having confirmed delivery, you went back to Canada. Now you can come and go as you please because you have an H1B visa.
Right.
Okay, they will throw out your advance parole because you are not in the US, but you don't really care. But EAD will come in its due course. You can travel.
I see.
Travel on your H1B visa. You don't need an advance parole. Okay.
That's right. Okay, but if I wanted the advance parole, I should make sure that I stay with
Then you have to stay here for about 11 months until the advance parole is approved.
I see what you mean. Okay, so that will be the requirement then.
Mhm.
And then after, let's say, advance parole and EAD combo card is issued, then I can come in and out, right? And because green card is probably
Yeah,
not this life. So yeah.
once you have your advanced parole, of course, visa, H1B visa, advanced parole, both are good options to travel.
Oh, either one can work. Okay. Now, one thing, one small point here would be during that EB1C processing, are they going to care that I maintain the intermittent H1B by asking for the days
No, but
what I
yeah,
came
they
in?
are going to want for you to prove that you were in Canada for 366 days.
Correct. That's right. That I definitely with the Canadian payroll and everything.
as
But
long
are they
as you
also
can,
going to ask for
yeah,
the US payroll when I was coming into US on H1B in this whatever 1.5 year?
they want to make sure that when you are in USA, you are getting paid according to the US rules.
Okay.
So, other than that,
So I'll have to just make sure that I was getting paid accordingly based on whatever days I've spent in USA.
yeah. So intermittent H1B is actually in the regulations. It's not something new.
Right. Only thing is, I have to show that if they ask, I have to produce the pay stubs, right, for whatever
Absolutely.
days I entered into USA.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'll take care of that. Yeah.
Good luck, Neeraj.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye. Hey guys who are waiting, I will not be able to take any more calls after this panel is completed, but I'll try to get to you over the weekend, okay? It's a long weekend, so I should be able to get to you. Mehul ji, go ahead.
Namaste, Rajiv ji.
Namaste, sir.
Sir, once someone loses a job, the 60-day window kicks in to find another job, right?
Achha, Mehul ji, एक second. Let me clarify something for everyone. It is not always 60 days. It could be less than 60 days. So, if your I-94 has only 30 days remaining, you won't get 60 days. You'll get 30 days. So, the rule is 60 days or the time remaining on your I-94, whichever is lesser.
Okay, but if I-94 still has a lot of time, then it's
then
60 days.
Yep. Absolutely.
Okay, so now, so the question is, let's say within the 60 days, the employer has not revoked the H1B, but hasn't paid anything in those 60 days. And at the end of 60 days, he has some work, probably 2 or 3 weeks worth of work, where they'll give the work and they'll run the pay stubs again, after 2-3 weeks after that 60 days period.
No.
Does that 60-day reset again?
No. Unless they pay you for the entire 60 days plus 3 weeks that you work. That doesn't work.
So then in that case, the pretty much H1 is considered gone the moment the first time the job is lost, right?
Well, it's not gone. You have 60-day grace period, and then you have to figure out either to leave and come back on another H1B or convert to something like B1, B2.
Right. So now one of the things, someone who is on H1 here, how can they apply for B1, B2, or do you think CPT would be a better option?
No, B1, B2 is okay. You can, not CPT, I mean, unless you want to go to school, B1, B2 is a perfectly legitimate option. You can go to immigration.com. On the top ribbon, you have an entry from my blog, Rajiv's blog. Click on that, and third or fourth entry tells you how to apply for a B1, B2, what kind of letter to attach, what to say in that letter, all those things.
Okay. I was not aware of B1, B2 options. I was thinking, F1 is the only option for someone who's been on H1 for 10-15 years.
No. B1, B2 is always an option. In fact, B1, B2 is an option suggested by the USCIS itself. Previously, there was some doubt, is B1, B2 appropriate in these cases? And this time USCIS said, you apply for B1, B2.
Oh, so you don't have to go out of country and get the stamping. You can do that within the country, right?
Well, stamping is a separate issue. But B1, B2 to maintain status is perfectly okay.
Perfect. Without going outside.
Yes.
Anything.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Rajiv.
Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Funny Krishna, go ahead, please. Funny.
Hi, Rajiv.
Hello, sir.
Hope you're good.
All good. Tell me, how can I help you?
Yes, I have a H1B got stamped in last November, but I never traveled to US.
Okay.
I supposed to travel in the last Feb, but unfortunately it got cancelled due to the current market position in US.
Mhm.
So can I transfer that H1B to any other employer and plan for that travel?
In my opinion, you
With
can.
the same.
Yeah, in my opinion, you can. You can actually get a new H1B approval and use the old visa with the new approval.
Okay, so I don't have to go for stamping again. Is that the correct
In my
understanding?
opinion, you do not. If you ask the consulate, they'll say you need to come in. I don't think you do. We have plenty of clients who come with old visa and new approval.
Will there be an issue at port of entry?
Well, like I told you, in my opinion, there should not be any issue.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Nehaji, go ahead.
Hi, Rajiv sir. Hope you are well.
All well, Ji. Thank you.
Yeah. So I have a question regarding my EB2 and EB2 NIW. And I was working for a company but got laid off in June. And before that, I had a EB2 with a priority date of 2019. And this new company got my EB2 NIW with a priority date of 2023. But on the petition, I see the petitioner name is the company name. So is it still good to use for myself if the dates become current for EB2 or I cannot?
No, you should be able to use it. National interest.
So the petitioner doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. So is there a way like we can get it converted to EB1? Like do I need a degree or
Well, you
PhD or something?
don't convert it. You have to file again. Basically, Neha, EB1A is a determination that you are one of the top 10% people in your profession in the United States. Okay.
Okay.
For people who are actually working, especially at senior level positions, these are the three things I find often come. One, you will see that they have performed leadership or critical role for distinguished organizations, either as an employee or as a contractor. So for example, you're an application programmer at Bank of America, right? So instead of being an application programmer, let's say they make you, manager delivery. Okay. Now, all of a sudden, you are providing delivery of a critical piece of software for the entire corporation. And Bank of America is a well-recognized, well-respected organization. So there you meet one criterion met. Second criterion is the salaries tend to be pretty high in the banking industry, in the financial industry. So salary is another. Third thing is often you'll be working as a peer reviewer because you review the work of other programmers, other software developers. So these three requirements are met right there. Okay. So sometimes you can qualify, but not always. At least these are the three check marks I find the most often present in senior technology people.
So this is for EB1 you are telling me, like if I need to file EB1, I need to have these three as the top criteria.
There can be others. There are 10 requirements out of which you must meet three. Actually, you can think of them as 8 because 2 are applicable to people who are performers. So 3 out of 8, and then on top of that, your overall resume should look like you're one of the top 10% in the country.
Okay. So I have 2 priority dates, like one for EBW and one for...
You are entitled to the earliest date that I-140 remained unrevoked for 180 days. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Your earliest I-140 was in 2019, correct?
Yes.
And it stayed, it got approved. And actually, even if it is revoked later on, you're still entitled to 2019 priority date. So there's no question here. Your priority date is 2019. Okay.
Okay, but in case I am not in the country and the dates become current, then I can use my NIW. Is it?
Okay, you need a lot of discussion because you have some basic misunderstanding of where you are. Okay. What I would suggest is talk to your lawyers first. Get them to give you advice that they are supposed to give. If you still have questions, come back to me. There's a lot you don't understand. Okay. I won't have time to go over all of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
So just one more quick question I have. Like I have my new H1B receipt number, and the previous company revoked the previous H1B that is stamped on my passport. So we have a Bahamas trip coming up in November. Can I still travel, or do I need the H1B approval?
No, you should be able to travel. Make sure you talk to your lawyers before you go. Okay.
Okay.
Good
Sounds
luck.
good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Thank
Abhishek ji, go ahead.
सत श्रीकाल जी, कैसे हैं आप?
Mojjane ji, how are you?
I'm great, great. Thanks for asking. I do have two questions right now. So my first question is my H1B got picked up in second lottery, and the lawyer company chose he's kind of slow. So the original lawyer is on paternity leave, and somebody is covering up for her. And I'm kind of concerned what's going to happen if like they are not able to get it approved before October 1st.
Okay, hold on one second, Abhishek ji. Currently, you are on OPT?
Yes.
Okay. And this is the STEM OPT or the first year OPT?
STEM OPT.
Last year, or you still have time left?
So I have like until May 2024.
So then what is the problem? Have they filed the H1B, or are they still not there yet?
Still processing. They're still processing.
Okay, they have to meet the deadline, because if they miss the deadline, then your H1B is in trouble.
Okay, so they told me the deadline is like 90 days after the lottery.
Yeah, so whatever that deadline is, whatever that date is, if they are incapable of meeting that date, they should let you get another lawyer. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, because that's not acceptable. You can talk to your manager about it.
Okay, sounds good. And another thing is, my second question is, I am trying to apply for EB2 NIW as a cybersecurity professional.
Well, hold on one second. Abhishek, just because you're a cybersecurity professional does not mean you're automatically entitled to an NIW. So in cybersecurity field, here's what I would look for. All right, so you are going to do something positive for the US. First question I would ask is, how is your impact beyond your own company? I mean, you're helping your company, but how does it help the US interest? Okay, so for example, let's say you have one of your clients is the federal government. Now that's where I could argue that I'm helping the entire US by helping the federal government. Okay. So number one.
Okay.
Number two is, are you doing something more than any other cybersecurity professional is doing? Now, that's not directly relevant, but that indirectly does come up. So one, national impact, and two, something beyond the basic work of any cybersecurity professional. Okay.
Got it. And what if the employer is like the one of the biggest client of US government?
You mean biggest consultant to the US government?
They sell the products actually.
Okay. So you provide consulting after the product is sold?
So what I do is I maintain the security of those products. I audit those products.
Okay. I think you have a shot at it. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Good luck.
Thank you. I'll be following up with you
Absolutely.
on this one. For sure.
No problem at all.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Deepti ji, go ahead.
Hello, Rajiv sir. Hope you're doing good.
I am good, Deepti ma'am. Hope you are doing good.
I'm good, thank you. So I'm asking this question on behalf of my brother. So he got his H1B pick this year, which starts in October 1st. The H1B, the 797A, he already has the 797A, but his company is going through layoffs, and he's worried that, what if the employment gets terminated? So what do you think happens to the H1B in that case? Because the status starts from October 1st. So just wanted to know.
Deepti, if his H1B is not revoked before October 1st, he should be okay. Now, there is a group of lawyers, my colleagues, who feel that unless you have worked for the employer at least one day after October 1st, you are still subject to the lottery. But that's not my experience. My experience is, as long as the H1B is not revoked before October 1st, he should be fine. Okay.
Okay. And do you know, what's the pattern usually? The day they terminate the employment? Do they just go ahead and revoke
Well,
the H1?
if they have really good lawyers, they should be revoking even a day or two before the layoff. So
Okay.
if the layoff is occurring on September 15th, I would revoke on September 13th, requesting revocation from September 15th.
Oh, okay. And so, what are the backup options? So he had applied for his STEM OPT.
That's too long a discussion. I can't really have it here. But basic backup option other than curricular practical training, not too many.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good luck
All
with
right.
it.
Sounds good.
All right. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
You're welcome. Hemanji, go ahead, please.
Thank you for picking the call into this call.
Sure.
So my question is, say that I'm working for a company A and I have got a second offer from a company B for a night shift. Both are into mechanical engineering side, and both this second company has filed for the Form I-129 as a new employment. Can I do both the jobs?
No, you need to tell the second company, file my H1B as a concurrent employment. It is a different checkbox, same form but different checkbox. Then you can work concurrently. Otherwise, you have to choose one or the other.
So in that if that's the case, then I will have to let my second employer know that I'm willing.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
looking to work to both the jobs, right?
Yes, sir. You will.
Okay. My second question is, so my wife had applied for an H1B back in 2019 and she got picked, and it was valid till 2022. But then that H1B never got activated. If she gets into a job right now and the job employer is willing to do her H1B, does she have to go through the lottery system again?
So when you say did not get activated, do you mean she applied for visa processing?
She got a H1 stamped on a passport as well.
I think that can be transferred, Hemanji. I think that can be transferred. So in my opinion, like I said, there are other lawyers who will tell you it can't be done. We've done many of these cases. So I think it can be done.
Okay, so it doesn't have to go through the lottery system again.
I do not believe so, no, sir. Okay.
Okay, and my final question. I got my EB2 I-140 approved from my previous company, and I'm in a newer company today. So the company said they'll only start my EB2 processing next year. Given that it is a long way to go, I'm fine with they starting next year. But if I change my employer, is there a problem if my in between companies are not doing the EB2?
I'm not sure I understand that question.
So say that.
Let's say let me paraphrase your own question as I understand it. What you're saying is, let's say I go from employer 1 to 2 to 3, okay, and employer 1 started my green card, but I'm leaving them. Employer 2 never did my green card. Now when I go to employer 3, can they start my green card? Sure, absolutely.
Yeah, but I already have my I-140 approved.
So
on the employer one, and
that's fine. That's not a problem. That's good for you because that gives you the priority date.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. I had Rajiv. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. By the way, did you go to Penn State by any chance?
No.
Okay. Because
but I've been in this call 2-3 times, I guess.
The reason I said it because there is one of the young men who sings in Pen Masala, the group. His face is exactly like yours. I thought it was that guy calling. The acapella.
No, singing is not my talent.
Okay. Good. All right. Take care.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Let's go to Vishwanath ji. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Rajiv. How are you?
Good. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good too. So I did my undergrad in mechanical engineering in India. So I mean, it's for like 4 years, and after that, I worked for a company as a business data analyst. So after that, I did my master's from Missouri St. Louis University. So
what is your master in, Vishwanath ji?
I mean, I did my master's in analytics.
Analytics, okay.
So I mean, I got a job right now. So the position is like a software developer. So will there be any effect
Okay,
in
hold on.
future?
You said you have experience. What kind of experience do you have?
So it's like related to data software thing. I mean, kind of like,
Tell me more. You said data analytics. First of all, is it 3+ years experience?
yeah, it's only like 2 years of experience.
No, I think you're gonna have trouble getting an H1B through. Of
Okay.
course, if you get lucky, I would love to know that I was wrong. But my own experience, these cases are very, very difficult to process. Got to be done very carefully. I have done many data analytics cases as statisticians because they had the relevant degrees, which were like statistics degrees. Some of them as software developers, some as systems analysts, some as business analysts, some as I'm trying to remember, mathematicians also. So there are all kinds of flavors to data analysis. It depends upon which side you come from.
So as of now, I'm working as a software developer, even though there is a chance of getting H1.
Are you going to be able to get 3 years of experience as a software developer?
Oh no, actually.
Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's going to be tricky. Be careful.
Okay.
Discuss it fully with your lawyers so that you can understand where they are coming from. But I think you're gonna have a difficult case. Okay.
Okay.
Good luck.
So to talk with my lawyer regarding this.
Yeah, just talk to them about it. Okay.
Sure, Rajiv. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
You're welcome. Ankurji, go ahead, please.
Thank you, sir. I think I'm the last one. So okay.
Yeah.
So the question is, if somebody has H1B approved, I-40 approved, and working in US from last 8 years, and just to go out for 1 year out of US to get the L1A, and come back to in US for L1A. So how easy it is to get the L1A? First question is this, and subsequent to that,
Ankurji, you are in DevSecOps. Okay. So let me ask you this question. How easy is it to provide infrastructure as a platform? And the answer is it depends upon the case. Okay.
Yeah.
So therefore, what is easy, what is difficult depends upon the case. L1As are in two flavors. One flavor is I manage professional people. Okay. Another flavor is I manage nobody, but I manage a very important function of the company. Okay.
Correct.
So it depends. People management is the easiest L1A. Functional management is the most difficult L1A. Are they easy, difficult? Depends upon the company, depends upon the people. So if you are like one of our colleagues, one of our clients who supervises, 300 engineers, that's an easy case. But then if you are like another one of our clients who manages nobody, but he just manages the bidding on 10 million plus projects, that is also an easy case to make because as a functional manager, he's responsible for large ticket items. So it depends.
Okay. So I'm in the first bracket. I'm asking for the first bracket case. Okay. So second, subsequent to that is if it's like I-40 is already approved. So after getting to L1A, what is the process? Like it will take like good amount of years, or how much time?
I'm glad you brought that up. Somebody had sent me a message that can you talk about. They asked me, can I talk about today about the projection from Cato Institute that it'll take at least 5 years for EB1As to become current again. And my answer to that is I have a lot of respect for Cato and they do very good work. A couple of analysts there are absolutely fantastic. But do I have a personal opinion on that? I do not. There are plenty of blips in the system. Things go up and down all the time. So is 5 years cast in stone? It's another projection given by some very intelligent people. So I would listen to them, but I would not say that's the end of the world.
Okay. So actually it doesn't answer my question. My question is like, if you're getting L1A, you have to go through the I-140 process again?
Yeah, you do. You do. If you want to go through the green card process, you have to go through again. But this is where my answer was relevant. Whether you can file 485 or not depends upon what your priority date is. Now remember, you can carry the priority date of your EB2 case to your EB1, no problem there.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
That's all. Thank
Good
you.
luck. Hey, you guys, I hate to leave you. I would love to answer the rest of the questions, but I'm already half hour over my time. But I'll try to get to all of you over the next week. Otherwise, next Thursday for sure. Okay. Everyone, take care. Great to talk to you all. Bye bye.